and welcome to the East Kentucky Works podcast. We are so excited to be with you today. I'm Jen Breeze, the Communications Associate at EKCEP.
And I'm Jason Kaiser. I'm also a communication associate, and we're super excited for our second episode. But Jen, how was your weekend before we get started in talking about all things workforce?
It was a pretty slow weekend. My son has been sick, so it was a weekend of snuggling by the Christmas tree. So
That's
yeah,
stinks, but so nice to get in those cuddles, especially as when they get older.
yes, yeah, he's 9, so he doesn't always want to snuggle as much as he used to. So I'll take it.
For
Especially,
sure.
it's temporary. He's getting better. He'll be fine.
Good. Yeah, we went to Tennessee. Friday, we had our Christmas party, though. Got some new swag. We're both repping it today.
Yes.
Matching unintentionally, so go us. But yeah, we went to Tennessee, took the baby, took him in the pool for the first time, which is so fun. He loves to bath, so he was eating up the pool. Um,
Oh,
and then Sunday just had like a little Sunday reset, hung out at home, got to see our dogs. We love our dogs, so yeah, just a pretty chill and fun weekend for us too.
awesome. Yeah, that Christmas party was really nice. They took good care of us, didn't they?
Yeah, and it's so nice to see everybody because we all work so many different places, so are from so many different places and don't get to see each other a whole lot. So it was fun just to play games, be a little competitive, uh,
Mhm.
learn about new stuff, eat with everyone. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Totally. All right, well, let's dive into our topic of this week. I wanted to talk to you about barriers because I feel like that's like the first thing that comes up when people start talking about jobs. Like people will say, "There's no good jobs out there," or "I just can't find a job," or there's a lot of I feel like people speak about the job market in a pretty negative light these days. And so I just wanted to talk about that. Like, what are the barriers that people are seeing, and also what solutions are available to help with those barriers?
Yeah, we see a lot of barriers, especially in Eastern Kentucky, whether it be a disability, you have a criminal record, recovery, lack of education. There is so much more than that. But we'll dive into those a little bit more throughout the video. But uh, it's so hard. People think your barriers have to be like crazy out there too. It could be as easy as or as simple as, having to find transportation and childcare. Your barrier doesn't have to be super extensive for it to be a barrier as to why you can't work.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. So when you boil it down, like the reason that people think there's no good jobs out there, they might not see all the opportunities that are there. Like they're maybe not on Indeed or the job boards you might looking at, but also I think it is when you really sit down and talk to somebody about their job search, it is things like you said, like maybe they feel like they're lacking training.
Yeah, like you said, you might not have the training, you might not know like services and things. And again, like we preached in the first episode, we have trainings and services that can help you with that, which are super great. And also, it's super cool because our center services, our career centers can work with you over the phone. You can take these tests online and really figure out what you are going to be into, what piques your interest, and then we can help you get those training services to be able to find a job in the field that you want.
Yeah. And then you mentioned transportation. Like it blows my mind because I never knew until I started working with EKSEP that like if you don't have a way to get to work, they can get you bus passes, they can get you gas cards, they can they buy people bicycles. Like we were on a meeting with one of our jurors. Her name is Tanya, and she's like, I've got these bikes sitting here in my house. I've got to go deliver them, and it's just so cool because I did not know that. I thought like if you don't have a way to get to work, like that's just you're in a pickle. I don't know what you do,
Yeah, tough luck
but
kind of.
but there is help for people that are struggling with that.
And like you said with the gas cards, even if you're going to a training and you may not have like the money to get gas and go to this training every week or every other day if it's a little bit further away from your home, but you have the car, but you just don't have the means to be able to pay for the gas to get there. We can give you gas cards for that too. You don't just have to, it doesn't just have to be to get to work. It can also be to get to your training, to get to your school, things like that, which is awesome in my opinion.
Yeah. Another thing I've seen is that people don't have, like, the right kind of clothes, like, they don't have clothes to wear to an interview that would be more work appropriate, or they don't have the equipment they need for their job. So, there was this gentleman named, Tulu who he had gone through worked with us and got his welding certificate, but he didn't have his own, like, mask and gloves, and, like, there was specific equipment that he needed as a welder to be hireable, and so we were able to, um, pay for him to get those items for his, the equipment that he needs for that job. So I thought that was awesome. And another story that comes to mind is in a recovery house that our jurors was serving. They found out that there was two gentlemen that lived in that house, and they were sharing a pair of boots. Like, one guy was wearing the boots on first shift, and he'd come back to the house and give the boots to the next guy who would wear them on second shift. Like, they didn't have their own pair of work boots. So, of course, we took care of that. In fact, Tanya came in and I think she gave everybody, like, their own, I think, 11 pairs of boots to that house and,
Yeah.
work pants. So, um, if there's little things that are holding you back from getting a job, I would just wanna really encourage you to check in with your local career center and see if there's a way that they can help you.
Yeah, and just to let you guys know, our jurors are a job entry and retention support specialists. They help with our recovery and reentry team. Um, and like she said, boots, if you're in the medical field, stethoscopes, scrubs. One of my first videos I ever worked on, we met with a girl and she was in the medical field, and Daniel Boone, one of our contractors, they helped her be able to get the scrubs that she needed, the stethoscope she needed. Stethoscopes are really, really expensive, and you might not know that, but they are. And the books that she needs to continue to go through classes. And it's just so awesome that we're able to help people overcome these barriers so that they are able to, you know, do what they want to do, get the careers that they want to get and achieve. Another story that comes to mind when thinking of this, I interviewed a woman. Her name was Tammy Maggard, and she was in recovery. She got really bad on drugs when she was super young. Eastern Kentucky kind of just it fell in her lap. It was just kind of what happened, and she now works at the Floyd County Health Department. She worked with Jimmy, who's our director of recovery and reentry services, and she helped her get this job. Um, Tammy has grandchildren that, stay with her, that live with her, and Jimmy was able to help provide them Christmas, last year, I'm pretty sure is what she said, and, even barriers like that, like, we are able to help you and get you the funding and things that you need.
Totally. Yeah. Anything from, like, just getting your driver's license, like, having valid ID, because that's something critical to having a job, right? And if you've been through hard times, if you're just getting out of jail, or whatever the circumstances are, like, we can help people, cut through the red tape and ease the process of getting your driver's license, getting your social security card. Um, if you even, like, we've helped people with housing, like getting their first month's rent paid so that they can have a secure place to live. Like, the barriers are real, but the solutions are real too. There's so much that we can do to help people so that they are in a stable place where they are employable and they can show up every day.
Yeah, and, like I said before, Jimmy her name's Jimmy Wilson, and she works for EKCEP. She's one of our coworkers, she's great, and she is director of recovery and reentry services, and, she works a lot with recovery, rehabs, drug courts, when we're talking about, um, things like that. She's our go-to girl, she's, the person that we go to and, um, take people or give her people for those services, um She helps a lot of people, which is awesome, and her team does too, the jurors, like we said earlier, which is great.
Mhm. Yeah, they're awesome. So, are we ready for the quick tip of the week?
Yeah, I think we are.
Okay. So, this is our segment where we just have a real quick tip, that practical advice to help you on your career journey. And this week's tip is that acing an interview takes preparation. So, um, the last thing you want to do if you're lucky enough to get an interview is to just show up without a plan. Um, it, you really want to prepare for that and think through what questions you might be asked and how you might answer those. You want to look your best, all the things. And if you are not confident with interviewing skills, where could you go?
You can go to any of our Kentucky Career Centers, any that are local to you. We have people that can help connect you with a career advisor and that can help you with any of your interview prep. And they can even do mock interviews with you, which is awesome. Interviews for me, I just get so nervous. I feel like that's like a normal feeling. Like you just get a little
Mhm.
nervy. Like, I don't know, you're just in front of people that you don't know. And sometimes like you trip up on your words and you don't know what to say. So I think the interview prep is really cool and to do the mock interviews because then you kind of have like an idea. You're not super stressed out about it. You kind of can go in there a little bit more chill. So I feel like that helps a whole bunch.
Yeah, absolutely. So, the career centers, you can, if you go to ekcep.org, you'll be able to find the one that's closest to you. And I promise you won't regret it. Like these people are so helpful. There's no obligation. It costs no money. Like just go find out what they have.
Yes, for sure.
All right, the labor market limelight. What did we want to talk about for that this week? We have something really cool to shine a spotlight on this week.
Yeah, so we have something new, fun, and exciting to give y'all. We started doing a customer service training with the University of the Cumberland's Appalachian Institute for Workforce Development. That's a mouthful, but we started working with them, and we are offering free of charge training. With this training, you do not have to have worked before. You can be completely new to a job, but this helps you a bunch. You get a certificate after the training, and then you have tons of remote work opportunities. And if you are gunning or reaching for a different career later on, you know, you don't want to do this customer service forever, but at least you already have a job before with this customer service training, this remote work that can help you gain more employment in the future if you are wanting to switch, find something different and new, and just branch out on your career.
Yeah, it's so. I think a lot of people really want to work remotely, and like I mentioned in the top of the show that my kids were sick. Like I am so blessed to work remotely and to be able to, be around. Like if my kids isn't in school today, then I got a plan. And so remote work is awesome. I definitely recommend it, but it does sometimes they're looking for you to have certain training, or they're looking for you to have experience. And so if you don't have those, like this opportunity is gold.
Yeah,
Like you
I
want to sign up for this because it's like free training, and then
yeah,
you can start this whole new career path. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, it's super awesome. But I think that's all we have for you guys today. If you're looking for a job, want to advance your career, or if you're a business leader looking for skilled workers, EKCEP is here for you. You can find more information about EKCEP and all the services at ekcep.org, or visit your local Kentucky Career Center. You can find links to everything today in our show notes. But that's all. Jen, you got anything else to say?
That's it. Just
All right.
go check them out. Let's get to work, Kentucky.
Yes. Y'all have a great day.